All right, guys, quick sneak peek into another one of my favorite tools, Power BI. Now, as many of you guys probably already know, Power BI is a relatively new standalone Microsoft BI platform. It includes both desktop and web-based applications for loading, modeling, and visualizing data. So it's not just a shiny data viz platform, it's got all the same data modeling and loading capabilities as well. So for info, head to powerbi.microsoft.com. And then one thing that's kind of nice to see, this is the Gartner Magic Quadrant for BI and analytics platforms. This was updated February 2017, and there's Microsoft leading the charge. So they've been quietly doing really outstanding work in the business intelligence space, and you can really tell just by the quality of their product. So I would highly encourage everyone to check it out. As of now, you can get it for free. Capabilities are somewhat limited, but you can still do all of the data modeling, all of the data viz, even with the free version, which is absolutely incredible. So make sure you check it out, or at least put it on your radar. So while we're on the topic of Power BI, I wanted to put together a slide that I wish someone had for me back when I was trying to learn these tools and just keep everything straight. So when we talk about this concept of Power Excel, we're referring to kind of the versions of Excel that have these kind of newer BI tools and data modeling capabilities. So some of the key features of Power Excel, the ones in bold are the ones we really focused on. It's really the engine behind it. So you've got the ability to shape your data with Power Query and import data sources, connect to sources. You've got your data modeling tools and Power Pivot, and then the ability to create crazy calculated measures with DAX. And you've also got some analysis and visualization options. You've got pivot tables, pivot charts, those Power Map, Power View plugins that we talked about, cube functions. So that kind of makes up the Power Excel universe. Now, when we overlay the Power BI universe, look what we see. That same core functionality right in the middle, the intersection there, Power Query, Power Pivot, and DAX, the ability to shape, model, and analyze your data is common to both tools. So the thing is, Power Excel and Power BI are literally built on top of the exact same engine. The interface looks slightly different here and there, but like I mentioned in the last video, if you've mastered the concepts that we covered in this course, you are well on your way to being a Power BI power user. So there's no reinventing the wheel, there's no starting from scratch, there's no really steep learning curve there. It's that same engine, and then what Power BI does is it takes those modeling and analytics capabilities and adds brand new reporting and visualization tools on top of it. So those other items to the right, you've got incredibly powerful drag and drop reports and dashboards. You've got brand new custom visuals like cards, geomaps. You can do custom visuals with R code. And then one of the coolest features, cloud-based collaboration and publishing tools, which is a huge departure and a huge improvement over the way a lot of us have been doing reporting and analysis in Excel. And then perhaps the best part of all is that transitioning is really easy. So all of the stuff that we just built in this course, this whole data model that we created, including not just the data itself, not just the tables, but the relationships between them and all the calculated measures that we built on top of them, all of that can be imported straight into Power BI with literally the click of a button. So the two play really nicely together. They're super compatible, and it makes it really easy to transition right from one to the other. So last but not least, before we move on, I just want to show you guys something really quick to give you a little insider view. I'm actually looking at a Power BI dashboard that's publicly hosted on the web right now. And my team and I, we run a weekly craft beer tasting here in Boston. And, being an analytics team, we had to find some interesting ways to make it relevant and data-driven and interesting. So what we did was every week when we did these tastings, we would score the beers on all different types of attributes: the appearance, the smell, the taste, the mouthfeel, and the branding. And then we would capture all of these attributes about the beer each week. So what type it was, whether it was glass or can, where the brewery was located, what score it received on other platforms, all that kind of information. And then what we did was we built a simple data model with it and threw it into Power BI. So now you can select any of these tasters. There's me. You can see for the time period selected, my total overall average rating, how my ratings compare by scores, how my scoring compares against my colleagues, which weeks I had high ratings, which weeks I had low, which was my overall top scoring beer and what were some of the attributes about it. So this is obviously a fun little silly example, but this is how easy it is to just take some data, throw it into Power BI, and build some stuff that you would never be able to build in Excel. And this was about a half a day's work with the right data set. So hopefully you'll find this stuff inspiring. Hopefully you'll drop everything, download a free copy of Power BI, and start checking it out. And again, planning to launch a full course diving deep into Power BI in the next couple months. So stay tuned for that.